Boys, we are here, episode 129 going down right now. And of course, I'm here with my brother, Joey Allen.
Yo.
Nothing new there, baby. Of course, I'm here with my brother, Joey Allen.
What's up, brother?
How was your week, man?
It was fantastic. Got a lot done.
Productive?
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It was very productive, but it was very busy. Like, I'm drained right now. I feel like we were just in here recording last week's episode, bro. And I'm just like...
These weeks have been flying by. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's waking up at 5 a.m. and it's just getting into the groove.
What's funny is because like we've always been productive on Saturdays. So now like my Saturdays are productive, but it's a different kind of productive.
Yeah,
like,
I just filled it with other shit.
Yeah, exactly. And I saw you were fishing the other day.
Yeah, I've been fishing a couple days after work.
Did you see the video I sent you where the guy caught the fish with his hand?
The snook, yeah.
Isn't
That's
that-
down south, though. It's like that down
That's
there.
crazy. Because I always felt like a snook was like a rare fish to catch.
Morgan's dad sent me that same video, and he was like, I thought snook were hard to catch. And I'm like, they're hard to catch here. Come on.
There's something I wanted to talk about. Speaking of Instagram, I have gotten, I think it's just because I send you so many like electrician memes or whatever. Why is being an electrician such a like hated on profession? Like in the blue collar world, I feel like being an electrician, like all the memes about an electrician being gay.
I know. Well, I mean, there's others. Every like plumbers, they got their shit wrong with them. Electricians, obviously. Framers, drywallers, everybody's got their thing wrong with them.
True.
I don't know why. It just depends on what side you're on. I don't know why you're on the electrician hater side. That's crazy.
No, I'm not on that. Like
You are, because you sent me like 3 back to back
It's because if I see that video
within
I
5
just
minutes.
keep
So you
scrolling.
mean what? Like that means that shit's on your For You page.
Well, I feel like my For You page thinks that I'm like a carpenter or like what are some of the big ones like a linesman.
I'm a commercial electrician.
I know.
That's a big one.
No. I'm not.
I build hotels.
It's big, and I wouldn't say you built the hotel, but it's funny because.
If I weren't there, the hotel wouldn't have light.
But it would still
power.
be there. The hotel would be there.
It would just be like
Dark.
bones.
It would be dark.
It would be not functional.
There would be walls up. Everything would be there,
And
except
it'd
the
be
light
dark.
wouldn't turn on.
And it would be hot.
It would be hot, and the light wouldn't turn on.
Humid.
For sure. I wouldn't say you built the hotel.
I build hotels with these 2 hands.
Okay, but you have no idea why that is like a trend for electricians, or like why like you guys have that hate. I'm just like wanting you to like defend it, you know?
No, people hate on electricians because we got it so good. I mean, we're always the last one on the job site, and we're the first ones to leave. Like, and we're quick like that. We show up,
True.
get our shit done. We don't fuck with nobody. We don't clean.
But it is a dirty job. Like you're not a plumber, but like I've seen you after a day of work, bro, and you're like,
Oh yeah, there's days. I mean, like, cause there's drywallers. Whenever they're sanding, every floor there's people sanding. So you just walk down the floor and it's like a cloud of drywall. So you're going to get dirty. And I'm cutting drywall, so like it happens. Sometimes I dig holes.
yeah, no, I remember when you used to dig holes. You would dig like a long. It wouldn't even be a hole; it'd be like a long ditch.
Oh yeah, it's satisfying after a certain like distance.
bet.
It's fun. Like if it's like a 10-foot ditch, I don't want to do it. But if it's like 30, 40 feet, I'm like,
There's certain like types of manual labor that will just fucking wipe me out, bro. And shoveling is one of those things.
it
Like,
gets tough. Yeah, especially in the Florida heat, boy.
shoveling
Feels like
and raking. Like back when I was a kid, bro, my mom would always make me rake the yard. And like, dude, there is no shot I'm raking a yard nowadays.
hate raking.
I hate raking.
Yeah.
And then shoveling is like pretty much like very similar motion, not the exact same, but like you're using a lot of the same muscles, and that shit just does
Digging.
not. Yeah.
Digging or shoveling? Call it shoveling.
Is it shoveling?
It's digging.
It's digging,
Digging.
but you're using a shovel.
You are using a shovel.
Okay, let's get into win of the week.
Let's do it.
Or should we do a road to 200 update first?
Oh, we can do Road to 200. I bought a scale.
Yeah, I want to know.
So
about
I
this.
finally bought a scale, or I guess Morgan bought a scale. Thanks, baby. But and
That one deserves like a fucking loud applause.
I
because-
stepped on that motherfucker. I'm about like 177.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's good. How do you feel about that? Were you expecting it to be 170, high 170s range?
That's pretty much where I expected it. I would have not been like surprised if it was lower, just because I'm always lighter than what I think I am. But
I was eating a lot of my protein this week. I was not on the protein shake as heavy as I normally would be, but I was eating, I'm eating like a steak every single night for dinner, bro. I'm eating a shit ton of rice, like,
are you still on the creatine?
for sure. That is like my baby.
See, I haven't started that yet.
Okay, I mean, that actually puts us right into win of the week because my win of the week is creatine.
Oh.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 129, win of the week. Yeah, so my win of the week is creatine.
Which kind?
Because actually, we were on like some GNC shit, like some pretty expensive shit at first.
The monohydrate or the...
Oh, yeah, it's a monohydrate. But we found this brand. I think Cass found it at Target or something, bro. Fire. Like, it's not that expensive, and it's like, it's a pretty good amount. Like, obviously, it's no flavor.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a really good price, bro. So I've been on the creatine, like...
What are you hitting, like 5 grams before, 5 grams after?
I didn't know you could go over 5 grams. I thought after 5 grams, it's like pointless. And someone at the gym told me, they're like, no, 5 grams is where you start.
Yeah.
So like...
You kind of got to load into it.
I've been on 5 grams. And so I'm going to, I think, up it to 10 for a couple days and then go back down to 5. That's what he said to do, just to like get it moving. Bro, I'm not even going to lie. That shit has me... There's certain days in there where I'm like... I've got a legit...
Like skin hurts pump.
I mean, not skin hurts, but definitely like you can feel like you're definitely...
Yeah.
I mean, you're working out, you know?
I've had a few sessions lately where it's getting kind of gnarly.
I've had leg pumps, bro.
I broke 200 on bench.
Damn, son.
For a few reps.
So you're back.
No.
I mean, you're pretty damn close. You were repping 225 whenever we were like at our max.
Few reps, and it was 205. So
okay. Okay, see, I want to go in there and do a... There's actually a guy that follows me on Instagram, and I think he's from Jacksonville. His name is Rob Grinds. Have you seen him?
I've heard of him.
He'd be working out with like Yule and a bunch of other people that have been on this podcast, and I'd love to do like some kind of program with him, bro. He looks like he's got that shit down pat, and I want to like... We don't work out at the same gym for everyone that hasn't picked up on that yet, but we... I love working out with you. Like back in the day when we would work out together, I really want to get like, I want to get back in that motion where maybe like once a month we like work out together and we can like kind of vlog a little bit of the process. So some of the people that are watching can kind of be on like the road to 200 journey with us. And
I just don't think I'm allowed at Bailey's.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe.
I
don't know.
Well, they changed the name, so maybe you don't own.
Okay, bet.
Like, oh yeah, that was Bailey's. You fuck them. You know?
I ain't been there in a minute. But you can come to Crunch. I think I got guest passes.
Okay, bet. Yeah, I've been to Crunch a couple times.
Crunch is so busy, though, bro.
I don't love that gym, bro. I do not love that gym.
That shit's crazy.
I mean, it's just too small.
Okay, my win of the week. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I survived a velociraptor attack.
Wait, what? That doesn't even...
Okay, not a velociraptor, but it did say raptor in the description. Okay. It was an osprey.
Okay.
Listen. Okay, so I'm fishing the day that...
Velociraptor and osprey I mean, that is very different edges. I mean, come on.
You had to be there. I'm telling you, this thing was a velociraptor. It was crazy. It was insane. And I Googled it. Wikipedia said raptor something.
Okay.
So velociraptor.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm fishing, right? And 2 days prior, I was fishing. And there's big old osprey velociraptor nest on this light pole, like at my fishing spot. But like I'm far away from it.
Okay.
And there's one like osprey guarding it, and it's flying around like doing this thing. I hear it chirping and clicking. It's like... You know, like, and he's not swooping, but he's checking me out.
For sure. He knows you're there.
So that day I'm like, okay, I'm just going to stay right here. I'm going to play it cool. And then, okay, fast forward to the day that I get the day of the attack. I'm fishing and I see them and they're doing their normal thing, like checking me out, whatever, but they go hunting or whatever. I don't know. They leave the nest. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to walk past this pole because there's a really good fishing spot, but I have to walk past the pole.
Yeah.
And so I get past there. They don't see me, whatever. I'm fishing. I catch a few fish. Yay. And I'm on my way back, and I see one coming with a fish in his hand, and he drops that bitch off at the nest, and then he starts looking at me. I'm like, okay, this is crazy, because I have to go past this. There's no going around it.
Yeah.
And so I start walking towards the pole, and I'm like 100 yards away, and he starts like doing the checking me out thing. He does a couple closer swoops, but nothing crazy.
Just a couple little laps.
But in my head, I'm like, he might get a little crazy.
Yeah.
So I get about 75 yards in, and he does a swoop that's like, okay, I might have to like swing on him. So I put my fishing lure on my
he's
pole.
that close.
He's getting close, and he's doing like a lot of aggressive. It's not like a he's pissed. This motherfucker's mad.
Okay, word.
And so I put my lure back on my pole. I find this stick. It's like 7 feet long. I put a couple rocks in my...
Shut up.
I swear, brother.
This is crazy.
It's like a movie.
This is a movie. Okay.
So I'm walking back to where I'm like 75 yards out now, and he's locked on, like he's swooping. And so I'm like, okay, I should probably start running. So, and I turn my hat backwards because like this, I can't see nothing. You know.
Oh no,
true.
true.
So I turn my shit backwards, and I'm running.
And you look more mad when you have your hat backwards.
Yeah, like
so
I look
good.
like a falcon.
You can, you can be more intimidating. It's a raptor, by the way.
Velociraptor.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I'm running at this point, and I have fishing pole, stick, and I'm just running, and I'm like turning my neck because he'll like go up in the wind, get high as fuck, and then
come swooping down,
like dive down.
Yeah,
and I have this image of him like stuck in the air because he's coming so directly at me. But down from like he's just getting bigger. He's not moving. He's getting bigger. And this is the one where I knew I need to run fast, like because he didn't move until he got 3 feet, 5 feet from me, and I swung my stick. Like I'm like shit. I might have. And bro, the adrenaline, like I could feel he swooped like 6 times on me. Every time he swooped, there was a cold rush that ran through my body, and wow.
Did you ever make contact with him?
No, I never did.
Okay, so your win of the week is that you didn't get attacked.
That I did, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I survived a velociraptor attack is my win of the week.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so it got more intense.
That's actually very interesting because there are certain birds, like especially I know the spot you fish at. We're not going to fucking expose it for everybody, but there is a lot of wildlife out there. Mm-hmm. Like I wouldn't be surprised you find a little eagle in that bitch.
It's a big ass nest too. It's like I could get up in that bitch.
And there's a lot of boats around, correct?
Nah, different place.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I'm thinking of a totally different spot.
Yeah, Atlantic.
Well, because that's good. Because I was thinking in my head, like when you mentioned the rock thing, I'm like, bro, you don't want to miss that motherfucker. If you got throw a rock, you do not want to miss it.
No, not over. It's open field, and then there's one light pole, and the nest is on top of that light pole.
Gosh, that's wild.
It's insane. It was crazy.
Are you gonna fish there again?
No.
Yeah.
Not until they're done nesting.
So basically you lost this fight.
Well, we can call it a draw.
I think we should go back in there, but have like more protection,
bro.
What if we went in there and we had like some catcher's gear on or some shit?
Some shit. I mean,
just to walk by the net. Like I want to see this in person.
Okay, so listen to this. They have a 6 foot wingspan. That's bigger than me. You know, I'm only 5'5".
No, that's twice your size for sure.
I'm 5'10" on a good day. But and then their talons, bro. Like I got a front row seat because he's like coming within 5 feet of me and swooping, bro. It's like scary.
Yeah. No, that would terrify the fuck out of me, bro. Especially like imagine some of the people that are like truly scared of birds, like they're scared of chickens, they're scared of all kinds of birds. Like, bro, that's like
I ain't gonna lie to you, it felt so primal. Yeah. Like when I knew to run, I was like, bro, I gotta run if I'm gonna live. Like it was crazy. And then like the adrenaline every time he swooped, it was insane.
That's funny, like some apex predator shit. Like bro, you have to be like the strongest man.
I got
survives.
it in me. Yeah. I know, like, bro. Put me in that 100 men versus a gorilla.
Me want to, oh my god, now that's an interesting
Put me in there. I don't think we got a chance, bro.
So I'm going gorilla all day.
Gorilla's gonna win all day.
I think like 100 men would have to all attack from all angles at once and just fucking go crazy.
The gorilla can just like spin.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like the amount of power. And then I saw
you can't choke it out.
Well, there was something they said like about like the jaw power of a gorilla. Like even if that motherfucker bites you, bro, it's ripping off any piece of.
I did see a video of 2 gorillas fighting, and one of them threw dirt in his face, and it like immobilized him, like he couldn't see.
Really? No, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But see,
then you still got to beat his ass.
Well, then you think about it, like, are we going to be out there in dirt, or are they putting us in like a fucking arena?
Like a cage. I mean?
Yeah, like a cage. A cage, you're done. Yeah. There's no way you survive the cage.
That's insane.
I feel like you could just like crush your body with like.
You know, there's people that think they themselves can beat the gorilla.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean, it's like it's impossible. There's no fucking chance, bro. I saw something where it was like they were comparing like in weightlifting terms, like in the gym, and it was like obviously AI gym like images and shit of like a gorilla benching, and it was like 4,000 pounds.
That's insane.
Like that motherfucker can launch you. Like
you seen the video in the
bro.
jungle, and all the reporters or like camera people, they're sitting there, and then one just comes through the jungle, barely grabs his leg, and like takes 6 steps, and the dude's just getting dragged like it's nothing.
Yeah, see that shit kind of scares me, bro.
That's insane.
Even think about like the thing about 100 people is I'd have to be like the last one to attack, bro. Like,
yeah, don't put me on that list.
No, there's no chance. I'm definitely team gorilla on that one. This reminds me though of when we would talk about, which I still would love to do one day. We've got to plan this correctly, but survive 3 days out in the woods with one of the guests from the podcast.
Okay.
I know who we already said that it was going to be, like who we want it to be, because we talked about it on his episode. It was Ski McFlurry.
Ski, yeah.
But, dude, imagine doing it with like Nod Ross. Or like there'd be so many people where it'd be like more comedy than.
Let's get like a group. Let's get a whole group.
And then we can all bring 3 items, like we said before. And we all get like a canister for water, a knife, and a tent. Like that's your 3 items that you get by default, and then you can bring 3 extra items. 3 days in the woods, bro, is tough. I'm gonna need you to, like, you are gonna be fishing all day. That is your job.
That's crazy.
Fishing all day.
What's your job?
I'll be starting a fire, and like I'll go hunting. Like we'll have a knife, I'm sure.
You're gonna come back with like caterpillars and beetles. You're like, I foraged. I'm gonna go foraging. I'm
gonna go pick berries. Oh my god, that's funny. No, I don't really know. All I know is that you would definitely be on fishing duty because we would get hungry so quick.
It's easy.
Yeah,
I catch a fish with a blade of grass, brother.
If we're up in like the mountains or somewhere, like that's a totally different environment though. That's not your normal saltwater fishing.
I've done it. Easy.
I gotta see it.
Almost easier.
If you guys want to see us do that, drop a comment on this video right now and let us know, because I do want to make that happen if the people want it, because that's gonna suck for us, bro. That is not. I mean, it'll be fun and like for the first 6 hours, but then once you get hungry, one of my 3 items might be one of those big boxes of chips. I'll bring like the 24 pack where it's like
I'll bring
a
Costco case of protein bars.
Smart.
We're good. A case of water.
Okay. A case of water. You're 2 items down, and you're bringing like, I mean, shit. It actually would be.
That's all I need.
I'm not gonna lie. And if it was like the normal case, 40 bottles, like we're good for the whole 3 days for all of us or whoever the fuck we bring.
Yeah.
We're on it.
We're good.
All right, let's jump into this episode, brother. I'm super stoked on this one. This is another one that's probably going to leave the listeners hungry when they get done watching this, but no, I'm stoked. Let's jump into it.
Let's go.
What up, OGs? Episode 129 going down right now. And of course, I'm here with my brother, Joey Allen.
Yes, sir. What's up?
How you feeling, baby?
Really good. I'm excited.
I'm excited for this one, too. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the owner of Freddy Fingers, the man himself, Jason Prevatt, baby.
Gentlemen.
How you feeling, brother?
Good.
Honored to have you on the show today.
Thank you.
Seriously,
Thank you, brothers.
Everything you're doing with Freddy Fingers is fucking dope, man.
Thanks,
so
brother.
shout out to you. Let's go ahead and tell the audience what we've got in these cups right here.
I'm
gentlemen.
thirsty. I want to talk about this.
Right on. This is our Atomic Cherry Bomb. This is our custom lemonade. It's a little bit more than just your classic cherry lemonade. This is a combination of what we call super juice. Super juice is a bit of molecular gastronomy. Well, let's go ahead and take a sip.
Okay,
And
cheers,
we'll talk
boys.
more about
Cheers,
it.
boys. Oh yeah,
That's
Wow.
molecular. You get whatever you just said. What is that?
So,
that's good.
thank you, brother. So, a lot of places that we work at, got some really, really hardworking people that make lemonade classic. You know, they got the pull down, lemon squeezer, a little bit simple syrup, and they've got their grenadine or whatever, and they make good classic simple lemonade. And I'm anti-soda. I have been for years. I don't like my kids drinking soda. I'm just not a fan of them.
Sure.
And so when I wanted to have a signature beverage on the truck, I immediately thought about lemonade. I says, I have to take a different approach. It can't be just, this basic, lemon, simple syrup or whatever.
Yeah.
And I came across the idea of super juice. It's been something that's been circulating in like the New York bar scene for the last couple of years.
Sure.
And it's a bit of molecular gastronomy, if so to speak. It's I take a 2-to-1 ratio of lemons to limes, and I peel them, set the peels aside, and I juice the fruit, and take some citric acid, some malic acid, some terpenes, some cold pressed citrus oil, and I mix it all together. And what you come up with is like kind of what I like to call like a Tony Stark effect. You've got this citrus that you blow up.
Does it bubble?
No, it doesn't bubble. It doesn't bubble. It does get really kind of like milky before you strain it. I think some call it a Sicilian lemonade if you don't strain it. I've seen people do that, like all the terpenes and like not all that. Just
What are terpenes? Like what?
Yeah.
So terpenes are just like they're like a combination of chemicals that give things its flavor or aromas. So it could be like in fresh cut grass. That's a terpene when you're out mowing the grass and you smell that.
Yeah.
That's a good terpene.
That's a terpene.
Yeah.
This is the terpenes that I'm using in this particular beverage are limonene and alpha terpenine. So limonene tastes like lemon. It's like
Okay.
if you press down on a lemon, you took a sniff of it, then you would get that terpene aroma. So it's kind of like the oils, but it's a little bit more simple than that.
Okay, gotcha.
And then alpha terpenine, that's a really interesting one. That's more present in lime, and it's kind of a piney sort of aroma. So it gives it a little bit of a kind of a what I like to say a savory meatiness, because the lemonade's not incredibly sweet, and there's tons of sugar in there, but what I try to achieve is kind of like an adult, sort of like balance of sweet,
Sure,
but also a little bit savory.
So what about this drink is so much better than a soda? Like, for example, I know the sugar is obviously something that's probably going to be similar to a soda, right?
The sugars are definitely less than in a soda, but you're bypassing all of those artificial colors, all those artificial flavors, all of that caffeine.
Sure.
There is citric acid in there, but it's probably a lot less than a soda. I haven't done the comparatives, but yeah, I can definitely tell you that it's...
Dude, I could down like a whole thing of those. I'm not gonna lie,
It's so refreshing.
That'd be a good mixer too. Like, we're not drinking right now as much as we used to, but I will say that would be a great mixer.
Do you
for
have
sure.
different flavors, and what terpenes go in those?
So I do have the twisted citrus, which is the base lemon lime flavor, and then right now I have the atomic cherry bomb, which is the addition of the cherry syrup, which is a 100% all natural pure fruit.
Nice.
Okay,
60
sweet.
bricks cherry syrup. Stuff is super intense.
And you sell these with the chicken and fries on your food truck?
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so dude, let's jump into that. Like, I'm super stoked to just hear about like kind of like the way that you've built this brand with this food truck, because for one, it's like you did a really good job with like the logo and the branding of everything. It's all super professional.
Thank you.
But the food looks incredible. Like, are you making all this homemade? And what are like the main items that you're selling on the food truck? Is it just chicken and fries?
It is. It
Okay.
is. So as the name denotes, we are a chicken tender truck or a chicken finger truck. We focus primarily on chicken tenders and fries. It gives us the ability to really produce those two ingredients in a very, very high end fashion. You're not getting your typical out of a box French fry experience. You're getting a hand cut. If you've ever been fortunate enough to go to like say a French brasserie or something like that type of French fry. So I'm 35 years vested in the culinary arts. I actually have worked in several French brasseries and have had many French chefs as my boss.
Wow.
And I lived in Ireland, so I have. I've got a pretty broad pedigree when it comes to the French fry. I really, really do.
That's dope. No, I'm definitely a big French fry guy. Like, I will go to a place just for their good French fries. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there are certain times where...
Okay, who's got the best French fries? Where are you going?
Brother, you already know where I'm going. Come on now.
Don't.
I love a waffle fry.
Chick-fil-A.
So Chick-fil-A is typically like, if we're talking fast food, like I will go to like a Chick-fil-A over like McDonald's has good fries too, though.
McDonald's doesn't miss. They're so consistent with
Now,
their
what about
fries.
Wendy's? I fucking hate Wendy's fries.
Wendy's fries are
Arby's?
terrible.
Trash.
I have not been to Arby's in years. I want to go back,
Arby's
especially
fries
with the
are
Alton
good.
Brown nod.
Are they?
At Walmart, they sell like frozen fries that are Arby's brand, and you get Arby's fries at home.
Now,
I
you know
bought
who
them.
has good fries is Checkers too.
I haven't been to Checkers. They
Checkers
got
has some
curly
good fries.
on there.
No, they got the they're just like a normal fry, but they're real crunchy. I like when the fries are like thinner and crunchy. That's like my go-to fries. But you can tell that they're all like they're not homemade at all. Like they're all very like you eat a large fry from Chick-fil-A or somewhere like that, bro, you immediately are ready for a nap. Like
Where's your favorite fry from? Ireland.
I'm partial to my own.
Yeah,
mine are the best.
Yeah.
Ireland's fries are really good. They vary dramatically. The potatoes are always the best, but it just really depends. Some are cooking in vegetable oil, some are cooking in beef fat. So I love beef fat, but some people don't like that. So.
Did you ever see yourself owning a food truck when you were a chef in all these places?
No.
Yeah,
Totally not. No.
Yeah, because it seems like a lot of people, like once you're a chef, you're like, you're the top dog. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, why would you go into like then trying to like form the whole business and all these
And
different
then
things?
what's
Like,
crazier is a chicken finger food truck. Like, there's so many chicken finger food trucks. How, like, what makes you want to? Because you gotta be way different.
Yeah.
Like, you
oh,
gotta
for
be
sure. The food
good.
truck game is so like busy right now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a very hard industry to get into,
100%.
but a lot of people are like trying to jump into it and do it. And so there's like, you're going to run out of options to where you can be like a standout type of thing. But I think it is interesting though, how he chose the food or the chicken fingers for the food truck, because it honestly, like, it kind of forces you to have like a really good chicken finger
Mm-hmm.
because the competition
Yeah.
is so good. Like you have to, or the competition's so large, you have to have a good item. Like it has to be fire, to compete with everybody.
And no bullshit. I mean, the burger wars are over. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like we've done it. I did, as a chef down in Miami, I did 5 South Beach Wine and Food Festivals. Those are hosted by the Food Network, like really, really prestigious, events.
What are those like?
Thousands of people.
Have you ever met Gordon Ramsay?
No, I never met Gordon Ramsay. He was one that I did not get the chance to meet. His reputation is very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to meet him.
That'd be cool.
No, I met a lot of other really, really, really cool chefs.
Like who?
I met Daniel Boulud.
Oh wow!
So yeah, he's actually one of my he's kind of like one of my idols, and he did a tribute dinner one year, so I actually got to meet him. We actually worked with his staff, so his chef de cuisine and one of his sous chefs was at the hotel that we were at and prepared for 5 days for one event, and the guy was like, he was like super stone faced.
He's a
he didn't
famous
talk
chef?
at all, dude.
Please excuse
Boulud?
my ignorance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boulud is like one of the top French chefs in the entire world.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So he's well rooted in America. He's got like probably 4 or 5 restaurants over there. Like if anybody calls me,
So
I'm
you
sorry,
cooked with him,
Yeah.
like alongside with him? Or
Not
you just met
not
with
Boulud. He just he's kind of he's a figurehead. He's just so large.
Yeah.
So he had like one of his chef de cuisines, but this guy's decorated like blows me out of the water. This guy was a culinary ninja. Like he came in and like didn't say 3 words to anybody.
That's
It was like exchange a couple of minutes with him when I like gave him a burger. But that
What
was
made
about
you
it.
want to leave Miami, where like the food scene is so like elite down there, bro, and come to Jacksonville?
Easy. It was getting expensive as hell down there.
True.
Yeah.
And did you have like the idea that you wanted to, like when you're down there working in Miami as a chef, were you like, I want to start this food truck thing? Like at what point did that idea kind of come into your head?
I mean, so while I was down there, we were kind of we were on the tail end of the Super Bowl. So I was in Miami Beach. I was in North Miami Beach. I was running a Hilton, and I was in, I guess, the professional equivalent of burnout. Like I had gotten an executive chef's position and pretty much top of the heap, but I wasn't happy. I just, I got a family. I don't ever see them. I just done 5 South Beach Wine and Food Festivals back to back. I'd worked at another major convention hotel after that. Like I had done a lot and didn't really feel a sense of personal satisfaction. I just felt like I was chasing something that I didn't really desire that much. And I don't know. I was rebranding a menu for the hotel, and I was just doing the most sundry items. One day I was teaching the staff how to bread chicken tenders for the bar menu, and I made ranch dressing for the pantry and taught them how to make ranch dressing, and because I had those 2 items that day that were available in mass, I ended up having I don't know what it was, something with buffalo chicken tenders and ranch and French fries. And I said to my boss, and I was eating, I was like, this would be like a killer dish. I was like, you could do like a food truck or something like that out of it. Like this is the most random thing. And Super Bowl passed, COVID came, and shut down Miami. Everybody got laid off. I got laid off.
Yeah.
So
you're like, well, better time to take the leap.
Yeah, exactly. The government was paying me a ton of money at the time, so I got a big severance check. And
nice.
So,
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, we sold the house, and we came up here, and I'm from Jacksonville. So
Are you?
Yeah, I fucking knew. Like, dude,
Yeah, this is your opportunity to get back to the roots a little bit.
Yeah, but it's like I left Jacksonville like a sous chef at best. Like I ran a couple of small restaurants, but I wasn't like as you
didn't have the experience you have now.
not even close.
Yeah.
Not
So
even
now
the
when you
ballpark.
came back, you're like, okay, I went out, I got all of this knowledge and learned all these things about being a chef, and then you're like, boom, let's fire this thing up.
Yeah, but there's nothing here in Jacksonville once you reach that caliber. Like, you got to open your own joint. I mean,
True.
You can't work for the Maduras. I mean, those guys are amazing. They're probably one of the biggest names when I left. I'm not sure about now. I'm sure there's some other amazing, but like an excellent example. Like that's kind of the caliber where I'm at. Like I could be opening a restaurant. So I said, I don't have the money to do that. I just bought a house. It's post COVID.
Yeah.
I could buy a food truck. I mean, why not? I was down in Miami and I was trying to get one built, and it was like $500,000 or whatever. Like it was
yeah.
something, like they threw some crazy Miami number at me. It wasn't really that.
Yeah.
I think it was like $125,000, $130,000. It was a solid 6-figure number for something that did not have a motor. Like you're talking a trailer.
Oh my God, yeah.
But this was going to be a rotisserie chicken truck, like charcoal rotisserie chicken. I was going to do pollo brasa, like because my wife is Peruvian, so we're going to do like Peruvian roasted chicken and French fries and all that. But once I saw the like the cost of like what it would cost me to build a truck, I was like, way.
Yeah.
So we came up here and, connections because it's Jacksonville. A friend of a friend, and I think through my brother, I found a truck for a excellent price, but it had 3 fryers in it. It's like, what do you do with 3 fryers? And then I thought back to that dish before before the Super Bowl, and I said, fuck, I did say it would make a good good dish for a food truck, so I guess just manifested destiny at that time.
No, for sure, bro. And I mean, you definitely made like the food truck stand out a lot. You know what I mean? Like I already know, like me and Joey go to food trucks all the time. We've had a couple food truck owners on this podcast, and like we're very big on like the brand also besides just the truck. Like your food can be great, but like if there ain't really nothing there, like you kind of put yourself in a box.
Look good too.
You got to look good.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, you got to have some shtick, man. You got to have like a little bit of an angle. I mean, like I was saying, like the burger wars are over, and it's true. Like I mean, we've reached oversaturation with burgers. I mean, I have my personal favorite. I'm going to go ahead and call them out. Their fries suck though, but Culver's. Culver's is my favorite burger, and I mean, I think that they make for a drive-through burger. I think if you can get Culver's right, I think it's solid. It's really good. But that's my whole point, is that you can get a solid drive-through burger like on any street corner, because they're literally everywhere, or a Whataburger or a Burger King or a McDonald's or whatever your flavor is. I mean, there's so many of them.
Five Guys.
Five Guys. So where is everybody turning now? They're turning to chicken tenders. That's right, funny. Man. Chicken tenders are popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
So you got Zaxby's, and I mean,
Zaxby's is good, but the sauce ain't there. Like I've grown out of Zax sauce. Like I used to fuck with the Zax sauce.
There's something about Zaxby's. I don't know. It just makes me mad.
I do like how their chicken tenders are like super, like they're very breaded. You know what I mean? I hate when a chicken tender is kind of like halfway breaded. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you can tell they really didn't. It just don't got enough on there. Mm-hmm. Like I like that crunch to it. And I mean, we really need to try Freddy Fingers.
Yeah. So what do you do to your tenders to make them special?
So and that's a good segue. Gluten-free. I'm just going to go ahead and right flat out and say it. We're a full-on gluten-free food truck.
How so?
And what exactly is gluten? Like what things are going to have gluten in it?
Right. So gluten is a protein that occurs in grains, mostly in wheat and barley and rye. So it's only in 3 things, but those 3 things radiate into a shit ton of food. So soy sauce, beer, so many things. A lot of your Asian ingredients, gochujang, cereals. I mean, dude, the list goes on and on of things that are, filled with gluten. And I mean, to a normal person, gluten isn't anything. It's, it's part of your diet. But to a person that has celiac disease or gluten intolerance, it's life altering. It means that you cannot have, these things that contain gluten. What's more is you can't have anything that's been in the same area as gluten, so cross contaminants, and that's including fryolators. So if a fryer, like we talked about, those killer fries, a lot of those fries are breaded. So Arby's fries are breaded. There was another one that you mentioned that are breaded. I think it's Checkers fries are breaded. They're fucking killer. They got like that nice crunch on the outside. Yeah. That's an industry thing. They're doing it for 2 reasons: to get like more flavor on it, to add texture, but it allows them to stay crispier longer and stay hotter longer. And insulate some.
Smart.
Yeah, so, it's a smart move, but it's like so highly industrialized.
What is it difficult for you to then go and make all these items gluten free?
No. So at the start we weren't really trying to go fully gluten free. Like we had a waffle on the truck, and like shout out to all my customers that like missed the waffle. Like, we really
was
loved
it
you
guys.
guys.
It was good.
It was so good. I did a yeasted waffle, brown butter. Oh yeah, dude. Fucking lockdown, man. You got nothing better to do.
And that's very unique as well. You know what I mean? Like it's not very often you come across a chicken and waffles food truck.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? But that would totally make it unable for you to go fully gluten-free if you have the waffle on there.
100%, because we tried it with a gluten-free flour and it just didn't work. And the reason why we used the gluten-free flour in the first place is because we found that it made the best frying flour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like we started out with Wandra. I don't know if your parents you know, you got like a mom or grandma that's like old school Southern cook, you know, you may have come across Wander flour. It's they sell it at Publix in like the cans. It's,
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And it's a frying flour. I mean, you can use it for other shit, but it's pre-cooked. I don't know how they cook it. I guess they bake it in an oven or boil it. Whatever, but I guess it breaks down some of the proteins, and so when you go to fry with it, it makes it like, you know, way crispier. And it's magic, you know. It's like mom magic.
And so that's what you're using to fry all the tenders.
Originally, yeah. When we were down in Miami, I mean, this was the meta, like, you know, because that's where we birthed the whole idea. Like during lockdown, I was trying shit down there. And so, you know, naturally I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I can make my tenders out of this. I can make my, you know, my business out of this.
Can we run through the process of how you make your chicken tenders? Like, you know, we don't got to give out no secret recipe or anything.
Give me the
like,
secret
I know
formula.
because Joey, I know Joey, he'll be asking you about temperature and shit and whatever. But I just want to know, like, what makes the chicken tenders stand out as compared to some of the other chicken tenders you might see.
Awesome. So, it's actually pretty basic. I mean, we take a standard chicken tender. There's a really hate to bring it up, and I guess anybody that's ever worked with a chicken tender knows that there's like that little tendon that runs in there. I take that fucking thing out. Like it is such a tedious process, but I have to just come right out in front and say, everybody that's eating my chicken tenders, understand that there is somebody taking each one of those tendons out, so you don't have to eat it. So that is removed.
It's a good man.
Yeah, that definitely makes a difference for sure.
It totally does.
If you've made homemade chicken tenders or whatever, you know about that tendon, bro, and that shit is so.
Because you did not take that bitch out.
No, I definitely did not take that bitch out. And like you feel like you can probably force it down, but it's like super chewy. It's it's not a fun thing to be working with when you're trying to get, you know, especially if you're trying to do multiple chicken tenders, you know.
Dude, it's like you get one of those stuck in your throat. It's like the multivitamin in the morning. You're fine with it for the rest of the fucking day. You know?
No, literally. So then what happens after that? You take the tendon out,
bread them, let them set. I call it a dry dredge. So I dry dredge. So I run it one time in seasoned flour. Everything, you know, all the seasoning, salt, everything's in there. And this is kind of a fucked up thing about American poultry that I hate. Most, if not almost all American poultry is up to, and I do this in air quotes because it's probably way more than that, 3% water added. So they all take a bath in chlorinated water. That's why, I mean, a lot of other countries don't like to accept our poultry because a lot of other countries don't do this. But when they do this chlorinated bath, there is certain additives that can go into that water that allows the muscle to retain more moisture. And so that moisture is passed on to the customer. So you're buying water.
True.
That sucks when you're trying to cook that out because that inhibits browning and inhibits crispiness and all of that shit. So I use it to my advantage. I use that water and I pull it out into the flour. So the salt that's in the flour acts as a what is the word? I'm trying to think.
Like it'll dehydrate it a little bit?
Yeah, like kind of dehydrate, like desiccate it. Yeah, there's a word that I'm looking for, but I'm losing it right now. But yeah, and then it moistens up that flour and basically makes a dough out of it. Killer, nice and even. And then so once that happens over the course of about like 24 hours, it'll marinate into the tender a little bit and get the inside muscle a little bit more flavor. Then I'll go and do a second breading, and then that time I'll pound it out. And I'll literally do it with a gloved hand and just, you know, pound it out with my fist to get it to a certain thickness that I like, that allows me to fry consistently at a certain amount of time, making sure that they're all done. And gives it kind of like a nice uniform shape. You know, like Zaxby's, they do like kind of like the round tenders. I don't really like that. I like the little like.
That's what I like too. I like the flat ones for sure. Yeah.
They stay crisper that way.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
And so then just toss it in the fryer and
boom, toss them in the fryer.
How long do you usually keep it in the fryer for?
5 minutes.
Okay, so it's quick. If you've got them on you, like, and you're frying them fresh for the customer, like, once they order, I mean, it's going to be quick before, you know, when you get this order.
We're a food truck. There's no heating cabinets. There's no heat lamps. I mean, I'm doing everything, as we say in the business, a la minute. I'm doing everything, you know, of the minute. Yeah. You know, I can't really sandbag. Things have got to go from the fridge to the fryer. So, yeah, I mean, you know, on a busy day, it could be 8 minutes for somebody to get an order.
That's quick.
I mean, but that's
still.
You know, but that's if I'm doing, you know, 120 people. Like if you're, you know, if you were standing in a multi-minute line, you know, because again, I don't, you know, I can do in batches. So your food's already being cooked as you came up, but you're still in a line. But I mean, if if you're just coming up and I'm doing a nice steady concession of customers, I mean, you may wait 3 minutes.
Do you have any custom sauces?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
What kind of sauces are we talking?
So I make all my sauces in-house.
Nice.
Because again, you don't know where gluten could be hiding. So I buy mayonnaise, I buy ketchup, I buy mustard. Those are my exceptions because, I mean, honestly, who has the time to make these items? And Heinz and Hellmann's, they've got them on lockdown. I mean, they really do.
Yeah.
But I make the classic honey mustard, ranch dressing, guava barbecue sauce, black garlic mayo, buffalo, hot honey, gochujang hot honey.
Oh, I love.
Do you have any pickles on the truck?
I do pickled jalapenos, but no pickles at the moment. No pickles at the moment, no.
And then how do you do the fries? Because the fries got to be something special.
Yeah, so the fries are classic 3/8 inch cut, skin on. You know, just take a 70 count potato, russ it, wash it, cut it 3/8 inch, let it soak. That's going to reduce the starches a little bit.
Yeah.
Then you blanch them. It's really, really important to blanch and then put them in the refrigerator and let the starches gelify. This is the rinsing part is left to debate on how much effect there is. And I know a lot of chefs are going to call me out and be like, no, what are you talking about? No, the soaking is everything. It's not really. I mean, I've done the Pepsi challenge. I mean, if you give them a good rinse, it's pretty much all you need. Soaking overnight is helpful, but I don't think they really need to soak overnight.
Yeah.
Just like a good rinse. But they need to, cook until they become slightly tender. Then they need to go in the fridge and they need to solidify. They need to harden back up. The starches need to gelify. That's the scientific term. I didn't make that one up. I wish I did. But no, it's a legit term.
Yeah.
And they get firm, and then so from there, once you recook them at a higher temperature, you maintain a lot of the inner texture, that kind of like cakey, floury texture, and then that crispy outside. Genetics, time of year, and age, and like condition of the potato do have factors. Because from what I understand, and I mean, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I got to be honest with you, it does seem to hold muster. Older potatoes that have sat in the fridge longer, they seem to brown easier, and what I've been told is because the starches have converted over to sugars because of their time being refrigerated. There's all like these temperature zones for different products, and you can see that potatoes are relatively high. I know that Irish don't eat anything that's more than a couple of weeks old out of the ground. I mean, they will never eat a sprouted potato.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, they don't fucking eat sprouted potatoes at all. Like, they eat the potatoes, like they still have like soft, like moist soil on them. Like, you'd smell the dirt on it. It's fucking crazy.
But I bet that's way better for you too, if we're being honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be like there's got to be some kind of like decline in the nutrients of the potato the longer it's sat out.
So, like, I'm just going to kind of bounce around here. Going back many, many years, probably, I would say back when I was maybe still a teenager. I mean, I guess I'll start at the beginning. Dad got sick. My dad was a chef. He was like a local chef at the beaches, and he got sick. Unfortunately, he was diagnosed with cancer when I was a teenager. It was really rough.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
It's all right. It was a experience that caused my brother and I to kind of grow and evolve. And I think if it wasn't for that, we would have both taken very different paths in life. But
Sure.
But like as a teenager, I took on jobs. I mean, 16 years old, I was out of school and like working. I was working at a Mexican restaurant all run by white people. It's called Tres Amigos. So shout out Tres Amigos.
That's funny.
The place is torn down now, but yeah, it's pretty
Boys,
awesome.
we can start. We are the Tres Amigos. We can start a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, Tres Amigos, the kick-ass margaritas.
Cheeseburger tacos. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah, the place is awesome.
Have you?
But,
oh no, sorry. Continue.
no, it's all good. But I ended up when I was like 18. I worked at this place called the Bread and Pasta Shop, and it was like it's really funny. It was like a half vegan, like totally altruistic, like real crunchy, fucking like wake up and do yoga in the morning at the beach and shit like that. Like really hardcore bakery side, like Paige Crest. She'd like make these fucking killer lentil veggie burgers, and then Steve the crazy baker, like he'd make these really killer hard grain wheat rolls to go with the veggie burgers, and then the other side you had Reg Oliver, and he was like this like crazy like hardcore like workout at like 7 o'clock in the morning to like Leonard Skinner and Big Beard, and probably like drink Budweiser out of the can on Saturdays and shit. Like very red meat eater.
Yeah.
Like owned the pasta shop side, so it was just like two completely like clash of personality. I mean, constantly. It was so funny working there, but I learned so much from each one of them because I mean, Reg had like this like killer like business sense, and and like Steve and Jeff Shearhart, the owner, I think that was his name, and Paige. They were like, you know, they had some really cool ideas, and anyway, so it like I was like a vegan for a little while. No idea why. It kind of sucked, but I don't recommend it.
We've all done it, brother.
No, we haven't.
You haven't? I thought you went through like a vegetarian phase.
Never.
I definitely did. I was vegan for like 45 minutes, bro.
Well, I was judging you every single minute.
Hey, brother, that shit was tough. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's tough. I feel you, brother. But anyway, I read many years later. I read a book called In Defense of Food by Michael Pollan. Check the guy out. He's a research author. He's got a ton of different subjects. But In Defense of Food is it's also subtitled The Omnivore's Dilemma, and it's all about like pretty much everything that we're talking about, like the gluten-free revolution, veganism, omnivorism, paleo. I mean, like what's right, what's wrong, and I mean it's just like it's a really really open-ended book to like kind of make up your own mind, but understand that there's like a broad world of like very, very toxic foods out there. And
for sure,
really, really bad for you type shit. And I think that was ultimately the driving force for Freddy Fingers, is that I said, like, no matter what, I want it to be clean label. Like, I want to be like the lemonade. I want it to be unique. I want it to really show my personality and show my skill level. But above all, I want it to be like something that,
You couldn't do a chicken sandwich because it would go against the gluten thing, right?
Yeah. I'm still thinking about that, but just gluten-free bread.
Gluten-free bread.
Oh no, it's trash. No, that wouldn't work. That's why I was thinking about it in my head. I was gonna ask him like, why no chicken sandwich? But obviously that would totally go against it.
You can do a lettuce wrap.
Why'd you choose the name Freddy Fingers?
So for a time we had a dog, and he was a rescue, and we were walking down the road with him one night, and this is right at the start of COVID, and the dog, I don't know what happened to him. He was a rescue, but he had like a fucked up paw, and he was like missing a couple of digits on one of his paws, and dog was fucking spastic as shit. Yeah, he just had like a nub, but the dog was spastic as shit, saying he'd fucking make up a million like reasons what happened to him.
Yeah,
but like we were walking down the road one night, and it was COVID lockdown, or fucking Miami. I don't know how bad it was up here, but it was so archaic in Miami.
It was
it was pretty chill here. I'm not gonna
lie. Dude, we were like, it was like fucking.
Yeah, I heard Miami was really bad.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, it was. Dude, we were like prisoners in our own houses and shit. Like pretty much the only time that you could go out was like 4 o'clock in the morning to walk your dog. Fuck. It was so bad. And so like your mind starts fucking with you. I mean, you make killer waffles and chicken tenders, but you start like coming up with some weird shit.
Yeah.
So we're like walking down the road, and like we were looking at the dog's fingers or toes or whatever. I don't know what a dog has.
Yeah.
And it was like the question came up, like, what the fuck happened to his fingers? And I was like, oh, maybe like he was in like a poker match or something like that. And I don't know, he fucking owes somebody some money, and they fucking took his fingers. He's like, whatever it is, he's like a badass, and he's like, they call him fucking Freddy Four Fingers or something like that. And it's like, I don't know, like my little rat brain popped off, and it was just like, that'd be a fucking cool name for a food truck. Just
Freddy
like,
Fingers.
That's it's a great name.
Yeah,
it's a great name.
Man,
Not gonna lie.
stuff,
That's funny. Well, I'm glad. It's cool that it does have like a little. You were just like, oh, it's a cool name. Let me run with it. You're like, it kind of does have a little bit of meaning.
There's a
behind
dog.
it. Yeah, it's like the dog's food truck.
Yeah,
pretty much. I love it,
bro. Yeah. We get the whole Freddy got fingered a lot, which I think is kind of it's like kind of funny. It's like honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I've never seen the movie, so I know
we haven't seen the movie either. I didn't even know what that reference was.
What's the movie?
So Freddy Got Fingered is that guy. It was Seth Green. He's like kind of like a period comedian. The guy's a fucking jackass.
Now, me and Joey are very bad with stuff like this.
Yeah.
We don't watch a lot of movis. Like,
I'm over here thinking, poor dog. Like, why is Freddy getting fingered? That's
okay,
crazy.
so is that the one? Oh, maybe Freddy Got Fingered. Yeah, and it was like a Seth Green. It's like, that's all I know. It's like fart jokes and
I'm surprised we haven't seen it.
Like
I
scat
know. I'm like,
humor.
that's a perfect movie for us.
Like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's funny. Like, I mean, it's like
Yeah.
90s, 90s like shit jokes and stuff like that. So I'm sure it's funny, but like, associate it to a restaurant that I'm trying to like kind of like halfway be like appealing to the family.
What was something that you ran into when you were first starting the food truck where it was like a very big problem, like something that almost made, I mean, I don't know if anything did make you want to like take a step back or whatever, but was there anything that happened when like during the process of starting this business that kind of stumped you a little bit?
Pretty much everything. I mean,
Really?
I got to be honest with you. Yeah, because you're, like I said before, you're 30 plus years in the business, and you're coming back up from Miami to Jacksonville, like what Jacksonville is. And I mean, you're not trying to be egotistical or anything, but you feel like, you kind of outgrown your pond. I mean, dude, shout out to Poultry Dinner Club. Like, they totally helped me out when I came up here. I worked there for probably 10 years on and off.
Okay.
I worked there for several times under several chefs. And Herman Mueller, I hope he's still the chef there. I hope he retires soon. He's a great guy, but I just hope he enjoys the latter part of his life. Nothing against you at all, bro. But like he gave me a position there, and it was like a supervisor position, under the chef and the Seahorse Grill, and that was great and everything. But that was like about the best that I could like hope to achieve. So it was like
It's like a dead end road job.
Yeah, like it was like with the food truck, you have to get into this because you're in foreign territory. Like, you think like your town, but you really don't. Like, all of your connections are gone. Like, I mean, you have to get into this business because your previous life you've outgrown it. And so you're going into this business that looks like a carbon copy of what you used to do, but it's completely different rule set. I mean, I deal with mechanical issues all the time. I mean, the food truck dying, and I'm not a mechanic. I have to sometimes get up there and diagnose it myself. I mean, I've got great mechanics that help me out, but that's a major roadblock.
Yeah.
At times.
That's got to be difficult, man, because it's like when you're doing, like, let's say, for example, like if you were to start a restaurant, like you've got someone in place to kind of handle anything that's going to go wrong with the restaurant. But when it's a food truck and you're the only person, you got to be all around, bro. You got to be front counter, back of house, you got to be the person calling shots. You got to be a mechanic. You got to be able to get everything to the place. You got to schedule events. Like, bro, it's like an all around.
You're picking up what I'm putting down. Yeah, it's exactly it, dude.
Like, you got to wear a ton of hats.
Yeah, dude. It was, going back to the Seahorse Grill, or going back to the Poultry Dinner Club and working at the Seahorse Grill. It was like, it was like riding an old bicycle or whatever. I mean, I don't want to know analogy you use.
Yeah.
It was like, it was easy work.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's, a kitchen is a kitchen is a kitchen. But as soon as you put four wheels on something, dude, it's, I don't know, something really changes.
Yeah.
And I mean, not for nothing. It's an aggressive business. I mean, there's not a lot of business out there, and people will be nice to you on the front, but they're pretty cutthroat, and they're not like that in the restaurant industry. In the restaurant industry, I mean, especially down in Miami, there was a lot of people opening doors for me. I mean, there was a lot of, there was a lot of camaraderie. There was a lot of, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have the career that I did.
Would you ever consider taking the truck back down to Miami?
Absolutely not.
Oh, really? Okay.
Absolutely not. No.
Yeah.
I'm going down to Miami in about a month.
Why not? Just too much traffic.
Too much everything. Yeah. Just everything. It's just too big down there.
Yeah.
I mean, a food truck I just don't know that I would. I don't know that I would have the same success. I mean, it's you have so much more competition. It's like, how do you get in there to begin with?
For sure.
I mean, you're one of 1,000, food trucks, in any given area, where you're one of 500 trucks here in the whole city of Jacksonville.
True, yeah.
I mean, I went to a couple of food truck roundups before I left. I mean, that's when I kind of got the first concept for food trucks. I was just like, holy shit, this is. Like, every time we went to a food truck roundup, it was like 100, 120 trucks, fucking huge, like Orlando.
Yeah, that's
those food truck roundups are nuts. Like, here it's like 20, 30 food trucks. And we're like, oh, that's too many food trucks.
Yeah, that's facts. Boys, y'all want to jump into On the Clock?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 129, On the Clock. All right, Jason, I'm going to give you the rundown for this, brother. So we're going to put a minute on the clock. Joey's going to pull up some questions. These are all questions related to...
chicken and food trucks.
Okay, cool. So chicken and food trucks. They're going to be this or that style questions. They should be pretty easy for you to answer. I'm sure me and Joey won't know half of the fucking things on here. I mean, chicken...
We know chicken. Bro.
Okay, cool. True. Facts. All right, you ready, brother?
Yeah.
All right, let's do... Boom. Ready, set, go.
Bone in or boneless?
Boneless.
Crinkle fries or waffle fries?
Ooh, I fucking hate them both. Crinkle.
Spicy or sweet?
Spicy, definitely.
Chicken sandwich or chicken tenders?
Ooh, tenders.
Ranch or honey mustard?
Ranch.
Deep fry or air fry?
Deep fried.
Nashville hot or classic Southern?
Jacksonville, classic Southern.
Lemon pepper or buffalo?
Buffalo.
Coleslaw or mac and cheese?
Oh, God, I have kimchi coleslaw. It's coleslaw.
Extra crispy or juicy and tender?
Extra crispy.
Sweet tea or lemonade?
Fuck, man. Lemonade.
Breaded or naked wings?
Personally naked.
Food truck festival or solo pop-up?
Solo pop-up.
Late night eats or lunch rush?
Fucking lunch, dude. I hate late nights.
Cook or create new menu items?
Oh, dude, I'm a chef, man. I totally want to be in the office. Create menu items.
That's all. Okay, so we passed a minute, but I do want to finish these questions because these are actually pretty good. And some of his answers are surprising me, not going to lie. Drive the truck or run the fryer?
Run the fryer today.
Signature sauce or keep it classic? Signature. You make
Signature.
it.
Fuck yeah. Nothing out of a jar.
Sell out early or stay late grinding?
Stay late grinding.
Yeah. Really?
Fuck yeah.
Why? Big Rush is tough.
I don't know. It's like that old folk singer that died on stage. Like he told his crowd, he was like, I'm sorry, and it's like, fucking like just died right there.
What?
It's like it's really morbid, but I just like think about that sometimes. Yeah, like a couple of years ago, Ozzy Osbourne. That's why he retired, because he doesn't want to die in a hotel room. But I'm just like, I get that sentiment. Like you just get so into what you're doing. Like I don't want to fucking leave.
You
man.
love it.
True.
I do love it.
Okay.
I do love it.
All right, last question. Chicken and waffles or chicken and fries?
That's actually a tough one.
Yeah, come on.
This okay.
Like like your personal favorite. If you could only have one or the other.
Okay, shout out to Wells Supper Club in Harlem, New York. Chicken and waffles.
Talk to them.
Chicken and waffles is gas, bro.
Yeah, chicken
it's
waffles
like you
is
wouldn't
gas.
expect those flavors to really like mix like that. You know what I mean? Chicken and waffles,
Okay,
like
maple syrup or blueberry syrup?
oh, maple all day.
Maple all
Really?
the way.
Come
love
on,
blueberry
dude.
syrup.
What?
Okay, or sorghum. Or no. I got one even better for you. So we had a guy. He's dating my cousin, and
Is that sketchy? Like, should you not say that?
I don't know. I mean, he's like the guy's like he's like I don't know. He's
in the mob? What is it?
He's not in the mob. He's like one of the like chief growers for True Leaf.
Oh, nice.
So it's
He's
like,
in the mob.
He's
Oh,
like
yeah.
really cool job, but he's like a farmer, but he's got like all these like college degrees and shit.
That's
He's like a redneck with like a really big education. He's super cool, like really cool to talk to because he's like really smart and he knows all this shit about agriculture. He's
Yeah.
a third generation hog farmer and like all this other stuff. And one of the things that he grows on his farm is sugar cane, and he makes cane syrup. And so when we had the waffle, we bought this dude's cane syrup, the Davis family cane syrup.
Was it good?
So, dude, it was so fucking good.
Bro, I feel like that
so
would be
good.
fire. Not gonna lie, that sounds
Dude, it was
good.
like $7.50 is this for like, I don't know, like 20 bucks. I think it went out to like $20 for a $7.50. So that's like when you go buy like a bottle of liquor, that's how big it is. So, I mean, a decent pour. I mean, I think we probably got like 30 portions out of that. But I mean, just do the fucking math, man. That makes it like by ounce the most expensive product on my truck. So it was like one of many reasons why we were not afraid to let the waffle
Well,
go.
yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. There's a time and a place. I'm not going for the chicken and waffle if it's like 98 degrees outside and it's fucking lunchtime. You know what I mean? I'm not going for chicken and
If
waffle.
I got lemonade, I probably would.
But you don't think a lemonade would slap even harder with the chicken and fries on a super hot day like that?
I just love waffles.
True,
Waffles are
I
so
do
good.
love waffles. I do love
Waffles are so
waffles.
good. Like, you're really hungover, man. It's just this.
Oh, that's
Soaks it all
facts.
up.
yeah, dude. And you can like wrap the waffle around the chicken tender.
And then dip it in the syrup.
And you always
Yeah,
forget how
dude.
good it is too. Like
Until
until
you
you
do-
have it, like because whenever I think of it, I've had bad chicken and waffles too. So sometimes I'm like trying to balance the two in my head. And low key, bro, like when you get a good chicken and waffle, that shit is undeniable.
What do we got to do to
dude.
get some chicken and waffles from you?
Yeah, I mean, like the truck is definitely gluten free. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, we take like front doorstep deliveries. yeah. It's like we don't have. It's fine.
Yeah, you'd have to come by the house. I'd love to do like a pop up or something one day where we weren't associated to the truck and just do like chicken and waffles again. Like I think if I had a restaurant, I'd probably like segregate the chicken tenders, like figure out a way, because you want to keep the gluten free.
Yeah.
But do you want your whole business model to be that? Because I understand that people that are, celiacs and things like that, they do trust that if you understand, their position, that.
But then it kind of puts you in a box, only being gluten free, doesn't it?
Exactly. But I think that clearly announcing that your chicken tenders and fries, like your signature, your flagship, like 80% of your menu is gluten free. But we do have sandwiches and we do have like waffles and shit like that. But that comes from a different side of the restaurant.
Okay.
Like if you could like bifurcate your restaurant to where you have,
separate area.
Right. Like you have your
my girlfriend's younger sister is gluten free. And so I've been like recently I've been kind of like figuring out like how much that kind of like makes your choice of what you're going to eat. Like, cause bro, I mean, there's times where we just like want to go out to a restaurant or something. There's like nothing on the menu that they can have. And like by the end of it, it's like they end up getting this like super simple dish, you know what I mean? And there still could be gluten on it because it was cooked in the same area. And it was just like, it's very tough, bro. So the 100%. Fact that you guys do the gluten-free thing, I think is huge. I think it's definitely a good way to stand out too. Cause I would never picture like chicken and fries would be gluten free. I don't know why. That just seems like that would be like gluten central.
It's again, it's that we were talking about the bread.
Yeah,
there's that association that it's gluten free. It's gonna taste like shit. And I mean, I can't really blame people. I mean, there's a compromise. I mean, even with the bonzini pasta or whatever it is, the garbanzo bean pasta. I mean, I got that for my kids because it's like higher protein. If I did like mac and cheese for their lunch, I would like give them like some higher protein pasta.
Sure, yeah.
Gluten free, blah, blah, blah. I fucking hated it, man. I mean, even they noticed it. Like a 6-year-old, they noticed it. Like, I don't like the pasta. Don't buy it anymore. And I was like, I tasted it. I'm like, I don't really.
That's like making a hamburger a turkey burger.
No, that's facts. That's a really good comparison. That's a really good comparison.
Bro, I got to be honest with you, as a chef, I thought I had one over on these kids, but no, they fucking called me. They were pissed.
I mean, hey, good food is good food.
Good food is good food, right?
So let's go ahead and tap these people in, bro. So is there any like events that you're at regularly? This episode drops in a week, so is there anywhere you're going to be like recently where the people that are watching this episode can go and try Freddy's Fingers? If you guys, if you're in Jacksonville, didn't I say Freddy?
You said Freddy's.
Did I throw an S on there?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all good.
Freddy Fingers.
I'll correct him every time.
I like it. Maybe we'll change the name.
Yeah.
No. So every Saturday we're Riverside Arts Market. So if you guys know where the Cummer Art Gallery is,
of course,
it's right next to the Cummer under the bridge.
Cool.
So every Saturday, come check us out. First Saturday of every month, they have a local craft beer. So that's
nice,
pretty cool. But don't wait for that Saturday. Come out any Saturday. But
cool.
Saturday,
I'll probably be there tomorrow, honestly.
And then y'all's Instagram is popping, bro. Like y'all have a great page. What is the page? It's Freddy Fingers Food Truck.
Freddy Fingers Food Truck. Yeah, so you got me doing it now.
Yeah, it's tough, bro. It's tough, like because they do kind of like go together so well. It's like you
No, they don't. Freddy Fingers is better.
I mean, I agree, but. They're already
just being nice.
No, but dude, you're definitely crushing it. Like everything you're posting on there looks so good. Me and Joey cannot wait to try this shit. I mean, bro, I'm ready to go try one right now.
Yeah, you got to try the Cowboy from Hell, man.
What's that?
Yeah, what is it?
Cowboy from Hell. It's the one that I told you about. It was like the one that started it. It's the French fries, chicken tenders chopped up because it makes it easier to eat.
Yep.
Buffalo, ranch, bacon, jalapenos, scallions. It's so fucking killer, man.
That sounds good,
dude. It's the buffalo and the ranch. It's the combination
buffalo,
of those.
though. He hates buffalo.
You hate buffalo?
Yeah.
Hates it.
What do you hate about buffalo?
The flavor.
Really?
Yeah, it's not the heat. Because I've recently grown into liking spicy things. I tried buffalo again. It's gross.
It's very odd too because he doesn't like oranges.
I don't like oranges.
Like, are we talking about the color here? Because I'm looking at the walls and I'm starting to get
confused. I love the color orange. I think it's great.
He loves the color. He does not like the taste of oranges.
This isn't a desensitization room.
Yeah, no.
It's therapy for you.
Buffalo is just gross. I don't know. And I've tried it because I know your taste buds change every 7 years. I'm 27. Maybe next year.
Do you like garlic?
Yeah.
Okay. So mine is like 10%.
What about cilantro? How you like cilantro?
I fucking love cilantro.
Okay, I like
tastes
cilantro.
Like feet.
That's
no,
weird.
cilantro's good. I like cilantro.
Yeah, my wife's Peruvian, of course. Anything Latin.
Yeah,
there's like crazy.
I mean, and I think the what was it? The cowboy. What was
Cowboy
it
from Hell.
Cowboy from Hell.
Yeah.
That
Pantera.
sounds good, bro.
Yeah.
So would you say that's like your your signature item on the truck?
So the Buddy Holly is the chicken tenders with fries, because all the dishes have like musical names, because you can't copyright a musical name, just FYI. Oh, cool. So yeah, nice. So it's completely legal. So yeah, Pantera. Sorry, bros, we love your music. But
That's funny.
You can't sue me. But yeah, Cowboy from Hell is my personal favorite. But the Buddy Holly is I would call the signature. That's the tenders and fries, and you get the choice of 2 sauces. So
okay, sweet. 2
hand breaded tenders, fries. It's like fucking 16
Are 2
ounces.
tenders gonna fill me up?
In most cases, yes. I mean, pretty much everybody tells me that there's more than enough food. I mean, I'm a pretty big eater too, and I got to tell you, I do a Cowboy or whatever, and I always feel, satiated. Like,
nice.
I mean, I have like my new dish, the High on Fire. That one I think is probably, I've never done the caloric intake, but I would say of all the dishes outside of the Duke, that was the tenders and waffle.
Yeah.
The High on Fire would probably be like the most filling, like just total itis, like fucking go find a couch.
Sweet, yeah.
But the Cowboy, the Buddy Holly, like I feel like, guys like us, we could eat it and, go on with our day. You'll be good and full. You'll be good and full, but you're not going to get the itis. But the High on Fire, that'll knock your ass.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, that one, Immortal Corruptor. The ones with the
crazier names.
Yeah, Immortal Corruptor. Yeah, Guar. Yeah,
you're gonna be full.
Yeah,
I love it.
I was like listening to Guar one day, and I was like just listening to this really killer song. I was like, "What's the name of this?" And it said Immortal Corruptor. I'm like, "This is a killer name for a dish." Like, I own a restaurant. I can do that. I can make somebody order a dish called the Immortal Corruptor. Like, you have to call it that.
No, that's hilarious. Joey, do you have anything else, brother?
No, man. I just want to thank you for coming on. It's been a great conversation.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thank you for coming
guys.
through,
No,
bro.
thank you for
The
having
energy
me,
is
man.
there. I love it, and everything you're doing with the business. Congrats, bro. Like, you've definitely kind of set the standard for food trucks in Jacksonville, and it fucking shows, bro.
Awesome. Thank you very much,
yeah,
guys.
dude, just keep crushing it.
No, thank you for having us out here and giving local chefs like myself a platform and an opportunity to to express ourselves on a personal level, because there's a lot of personality. I mean, we're living people.
Appreciate that. No, 100%, bro.
Yeah.
Chefs are people too.
Yeah, chefs are people.
Maladjusted. Fucking crazy.
But no, shout out to all the OGs that have been watching this episode. This episode 129. If you guys want more bonus content, you want to see more clips and more things with me and Joey in it, Joey, where can they go, brother?
Hit that Patreon, baby.
That's going to be patreon.com/OG Sessions. Choose a membership that's right for you, and let's get this thing cooking, baby. And if y'all want to look as sexy as Joey Allen, actually, sexy.
It's you today.
As sexy as that boy Nick Usher looks right now. Where can they go, Joey?
OGsessions.com.
OGsessions.com. If you guys want to use promo code CertifiedOG on there, it'll get you free shipping. No matter where you're at. That's not just U.S. So shout out to our Saudi Arabia motherfuckers.
It's
It's big steal.
gotta be motherfuckers. Damn.
I mean, Saudi Arabia, like, we do got to...
Just keep going anyways.
Okay, anyway, so yeah, if you guys also want to follow more bonus content and just see more things like what me and Joey got going on in the daily, follow us on Instagram. That's going to be OG Sessions Pod, X OG Sessions Pod, and TikTok OG Sessions. And once again, shout out to the man Jason for coming through. Great episode. And dude, shout out for the lemonade.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Like,
Yeah,
this is good. This shit is really good. I know, next part 2, we got to have vodka in it.
Oh.
Hey, that episode's going to get wild.
Yeah, there we go.
But no, until next time, OG, shout out to everyone that's been watching this episode. Boys, we are out.
Peace.